Alright. In here working on my ice machine. Trying to get this one ready for a client. The plate looks pretty clean, doesn't it? I cleaned it and run chemical over it and stuff to the point where it's copper just about in the back. Now you can see. But it didn't help. It's got corrosion on the back side of the plate down in the hole from the machine. Believe it or not, leaning too far forward. When the machine leans too far forward, the water won't go all the way in the back of the cube, and it makes what we call hollow cubes at the back. The front will be full, but the back will be completely just like an air pocket in the ice. You can see it in the ice. The ice tells its tale. Now, this machine right here was one I had rented down in Lafitte when Gustav came through last year. It took a 600-pound bin or 800-pound bin and flipped it over with this machine on top of it. And this thing sat in floodwaters forever. But the curtain is still good, like brand new, because I just put a curtain on it, the spray header, and the evaporator is in good shape. I'm going to just run some cleaner over it, and I'm going to put it back to service. And then I'm going to try to finish doing this machine up. This machine had some good equipment in it. I fixed it all up after I took over after Katrina. It worked fine until the flood of Gustav, a Vietnamese restaurant. It was nasty. So was the restaurant. They decided they didn't want to. They built them a new building and moved uptown on Manhattan. But it still don't change the fact that the stuff that they had in their kitchen was nasty. And I mean really nasty. Okay, we're going to take this plate, that one right there, and put it with that one. Just going to make longer cubes here. That makes, I think that's half dice, the quarter dice, half dice. It just looks weird. Alright. And this is my fancy hoist for lifting ice machines up, so I don't have to do them. I just need to figure out a way to make it lighter and more maneuverable. I think I'm going to try to make one made out of aluminum. Alright, but this is what I use. It picks up my ice machines to the height that I need them, so I don't have to have anybody helping me. I do a lot of work by myself. I've started recovering the gas. 404A is kind of expensive and I don't have a lot. So I also have some MP39. I have a drum of, let's see, it's HP 81, I think, what he used to use in the machine. Yeah, 81. I got about 25 pounds of that. But I'm cheating. I'm recovering. You know, I only got one recovery system. Both machines have the same refrigerant in it. One hose to this set of gauges, pulling them down. Then I go out of this gauge and into this gauge right here, so when I get ready I can take the recovery freon and put it back so I don't lose none. Actually I'm going to gain some. This machine holds 22 ounces, almost 2 pounds. No, 1.5 pounds. This one holds probably about the same thing. 26 ounces, but it holds about 4 ounces. Same thing this one has. 600-pound capacity, 450-pound capacity. Same plate, same size plate. Different expansion valve, different compressor, and larger condenser. And it makes 600. You take this machine, make a 600 out of it. But right now it's 115 volt, 450 pounds. Makes about what most restaurants need. I'm getting close. I'm in the zeros. See, this one here tells me a little bit better. This is old style, 10 pounds. Almost there. Doing my thing for the planet. I do recover my gas. I do reuse my gas. Especially with that machine. That thing is heavy. But, you know, it works better. It's been around a while. Got all kind of nifty stuff in here. I fixed my old truck one of these days. David Farm did love this thing. It don't run. It ain't ran since 2001, I think. I tore the transmission up in it. But I'm saving it. I got another rear end to change the rear end and put it back limited slip. That's all my other ice machines I got and bins. Anybody needs any bins or ice machine, get in touch with Don Allen. My email address is dka421@cox.net. That's dka421@cox.net. Let me know if you need an ice machine. Sell them cheap. Between $8 and $1,500, depending on what size you want, how old it is. But I do have some good machines. I got to fix that one. That's the best machine Manitowoc ever made, but it looks crappy. It's simplicity in the making. It makes ice, a temperature sensing pressure control or pressure control, puts it in the turns the timer on. The timer times out. Drops the ice, starts heating, goes into defrost, starts heating up, goes through a flap gate. When the ice falls through a flap gate, it turns the power off, then back on to the unit, and it goes back to making ice. If it don't do that, it's got a little temperature switch on the line that tells it that it's got enough. And this thing's going to pull into a 10-inch vacuum, it looks like, and shut off. That's what it's supposed to. I'm doing good. Recovering my gas. I'm going to replace that plate. But that plate right there, from sitting up in the wrong place and then being turned off and not run for a while, I guess it was right after Katrina, it sat too dang long, and it corroded. And it just holds on to the ice. The ice won't drop off of it. The ice has got to drop within, ideally, 1 minute after it goes into harvest. But it don't drop the ice, it just holds on to it. This machine, I'm going to try to repair it if I can. It's a newer style machine, got to fix a hole where it fell over and busted a hole in itself, but it's a pretty good unit. Clean it up, paint them. Alright, let me get to work.